What if the biggest secret about Bridgerton Season 5 is already hiding in plain sight? While fans are busy debating whether Francesca or Eloise will lead the next season, something even more important has already been confirmed behind the scenes. The writers have finished their work, the sets are ready, and the production machine is already moving. In fact, Season 5 may be arriving much faster than anyone expected, and when you look closely at what the showrunner and producers have revealed, it becomes clear that the next chapter of Bridgerton is already well underway. So before we even talk about romance, drama, or the mystery of who the next lead will be, we need to start with the one thing that changes everything. The production of Bridgerton Season 5 has officially begun. Section 1. Bridgerton Season 5 is already emotionge behind the beautiful gowns, dramatic love stories, and unforgettable scandals of Bridgerton. There is an enormous production machine that quietly works for years before a new season ever reaches our screens. And right now, that machine is already in motion for Season 5. The most important confirmed detail is that Bridgerton Season 5 is currently in That means the creative team is no longer just planning ideas. The story has already been written, the scripts are finished, and the team is now preparing to bring the next season to life. According to the show's team, filming for Season 5 is scheduled to begin in March 2026. This is a major milestone because it tells us that the waiting period between seasons may not be as long as fans feared. For a show as large and detailed as reaching the filming stage means the entire season has already been carefully planned. The writing process is one of the longest and most important parts of creating a show like this. A group of writers works together in what is called the writer's room. They spend months building the story, planning every character moment, every twist, and every emotional scene. For Season 5, that work is now complete. The writer's room has officially wrapped, which means the story for the next season is locked in. This detail alone is exciting, but there is another reason the production may move faster this time. Showrunner Jess Brownell has already confirmed that the team is trying to move more quickly with the new season. In earlier seasons, one of the biggest challenges was building the massive sets required for the world of Bridgerton. Every ballroom, every street in London, and every grand house had to be carefully constructed or redesigned for filming. But now the show has something it did not have before: a permanent Georgian backlot at Shepperton Studios. This is a huge development for the future of the series. A backlot is essentially a permanent outdoor set that can be used again and again. For Bridgerton, this means entire sections of Regency or London have been built specifically for the show. Streets, buildings, and public spaces are now ready to use whenever filming begins. In earlier seasons, production teams had to constantly search for filming locations and rebuild parts of the set. That process took time and slowed everything down. But now that the show has its own permanent filming environment, production can move much faster. Imagine walking through a quiet part of Shepperton Studios today. Instead of empty space, you would see something incredible: a full Georgian London street, frozen in time. Elegant houses line the road. Carriage paths stretch through the set. The architecture perfectly matches the world we see in the show. This is the world where Season 5 will come to life. And because these sets are already built, the moment filming begins, the cast and crew can immediately start shooting scenes without losing months to preparation. This is exactly why the showrunner hinted that production for this season is moving quickly. But what does that actually mean for fans? To understand that, we need to look at the typical production timeline for Bridgerton. Historically, each season takes about 8 months to film. That includes everything from large ballroom scenes with hundreds of extras to quiet emotional conversations between characters. After filming ends, the show then enters post-production, where editors, music composers, and visual artists shape the final version of the season. Post-production can take many more months because every episode must be polished to match the show's signature style. When you combine filming and post-production, the full process usually lasts well over a year. But the key difference now is that the early stages, writing, set building, and planning are already finished, so when filming begins in March 2026, the production team will not be starting from scratch. They will be stepping into a world that is already prepared for them. This means the carriages of Bridgerton are already rolling forward. Even if fans cannot see them yet, the cast will soon return to their costumes. Ballrooms will fill with music again. The streets of Regency London will come alive with gossip, romance, and scandal. But production speed is not the only reason fans should be excited about Season 5, because according to the people who created the show, the next season will not just continue the story, it will change the tone of the series in a big way. And when the producer behind the entire Bridgerton universe described season 5, she used a very interesting phrase. She called it a really sexy season. And that small comment may be the biggest clue yet about what kind of love story is coming next.